Well, happy 2026. Long time no here. I am so happy that we're going to do this annual report. Sorry for the delay, and I greatly appreciate you for your patience. So, what we have for 2026, there's going to be a couple things that are like highlighted over and over and over. So, it's really your theme for the year. There was a deck of cards that was right next to me, and I just want to let you know that three cards fell out, and it kind of goes hand in hand with all the notes that I took as to what's happening. So, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is going to be a lot of juggling for the whole year. A lot of juggling, okay? Which is between business, school, work, family, friends. I mean, everything is going to be a juggling act for you, and that's going to be the theme. Like I said, there is a King of Sword energy coming in, and this may be someone that you meet, and you will find with this person, how can I say this? It's going to be rushed, it's going to be a rushed energy. So be careful with that, because sometimes, when people come on very strong, like really strong with their words at the beginning, it's like they're fucking blowing you up, like, and then all of a sudden they drop off, so you have to be careful with that kind of energy. It is a King of Sword type of energy. But nonetheless, it sounds fun, and I will talk about that as well. It sounds fun, exciting things to do. You know what I mean? Just be careful with getting caught up, just seeing them for truly who they are and stuff. And then we also have Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is putting in that work, baby. So it's like, again, very much in hand. This is going to be the picture energy. You're going to be like, work. It's go, go, go time. Rest a little bit. Go, go, go time. So that, again, too, is also for the whole year. The bottom of the deck, my dear, was showing the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is definitely achieving the goals. It's the top notch. We have the highest goal possible for ourselves, and that's what we're going to go for in all departments. So that is the theme of also what is on our mind. And I will go through that. Now, it's going to be a lot of different notes that you might feel a little bit overwhelmed, and I wrote them out, but not necessarily that you have to pay attention to, like, oh, this is the planet that's doing it. I mean, unless you want to learn that part of it, but it is just basically the energy that's being given off. So we have to condense all this information in very, very quickly, and it's a lot. I do apologize, but it does give you a temperature of what's going to be happening for the year. So starting off with the end of January, right? So it's already been rocking and rolling. I can't believe we're at the end of the month already. And this is your sun aspecting your natal Jupiter. And anything with your natal is the planets of where they were at on your birthday or your date of birth, basically. And this is where we get that information from. So a heavy aspect is the 8th house, and that is all about shared possessions, sharing your possessions, sharing your wealth, sharing your time, things like that. This is going to be transformation, and shared resources, like I just said, may arise. And this is like the end of January and forward, like over and over. It's very like, whew, man, okay. Repeating cycles until I guess we get different lessons learned, like we need that many. Okay. So you definitely want to seek balance, and it's going to be all about financial matters. Let me get my glasses on. Maybe that'll help a little bit more. Okay. And then in a couple days, we do have for you, my dear, at the end of January, January 31st, there is a Mercury transiting in your North Venus, your natal Venus. And this is in the 2nd house. And in the 2nd house, this is definitely going to be about like, how can I say this? Oh my God, the word just went blank on me right now. Okay, it's going to come to me. Oh my gosh, I just went blank right now. I had my notes. Okay. Well, anyways, financial discussions. Okay, so this is about financial discussions, and decisions will come to the forefront. So this kind of thing is the lifestyle that you're going to be living. Okay, it's a great time to negotiate financial agreements, contracts. If you're thinking about buying a car, thinking about getting your own place, maybe thinking about something for a business or whatnot, anything with negotiations, this is a great time to do it and get into financial agreements. If so, be careful of overthinking your value. Okay, so sometimes the overthinking can ruin us, and this might be something that's going on in the subconscious mind. So be careful of overthinking. And then for the following week, we have, as we're getting ready to enter into February here, again, Venus is transiting your natal Venus. So Venus on Venus, okay? And that is reassessing your values and making practical decisions regarding money. So practical decisions. Maybe we don't need to go get that a membership right away that we were thinking about. We could do something else that maybe doesn't cost something, of that nature. And you also have that Mars is aspecting your natal Jupiter in the 8th house. This again is shared resources and intimacy. So maybe that could be that King of Sword energy now starting to come into play for February. It is going to come into focus very abruptly. Avoid being overly possessive or controlling, and seek balance in your emotional connections. So you may be having a certain kind of driving force within you to be a little bit possessive of something, and this could also be of maybe an item, something of your car. Maybe someone keeps asking you to borrow your car, and you're like, ugh, this is my car. There is time to channel your ego energy. The key points here are going to be for you strength and motivation. You're going to have to really, really keep this in mind. Strength and motivation. Your planets align to give drive, and they're going to give you the feeling of competition. So it's almost as if you didn't have competition. It might be boring, or it might not be something that you might have that drive because you want the competitiveness to it. Be careful if this is in relationships, because you don't want to be competitive into trying to get get the man, get the guy kind of thing. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Don't make it a mission to be like, I have to accomplish this. Sometimes we do that, and then the buzz is gone after we get them, and we're like, whoa, you really weren't what I thought it was. It was more about the chase. Okay, where am I? La, 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 la. Based on your moon sign, and this is going to be a really driving force as well for you for the year. It seems as your home scene becomes a battlefield. So there may be tension growing there in the home, because this is a lot to do with your home and your parents. A lot of 4th house energy, and then the other item. Is it going to come back to me with my notes? 4th house energy, shared possessions. Shared possessions, 4th house energy is really where it was at. But I don't know why I went blank on that 2nd house. I think that, yeah, never mind. We'll get back to that again. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and there could be just tension with that. I also saw a lot, not only with parents, but with siblings. Like, it could be a situation with you and your siblings that are going to be butting heads with different points of view. La, la, la. It says here, based on your moon sign, your home scene becomes a battlefield, and you may have a feeling that you need to be in control of your environment. So that could be the driving force. Maybe someone's getting into your room and getting into your stuff, or in the restroom, and it's like pissing you off because you want to be in control of your own environment. So there is also too, unspoken truth may take you by surprise. So maybe they're going to say something out of a comment, or she said, he said kind of thing is going to be an unspoken truth that you're like, oh, is that how you really feel? Okay. Based on your rising sign, embrace the colorful and unusual in your self-development. Very high achieving window. You're setting goals so fucking high for this year. And I love it, because it's just a great driving force for you to keep you busy and maybe keep you away from home or something, if things are going on there. The energy is to put your desires and makes you. Oh, my notes are funky. Sorry. I can't read my own handwriting sometimes, but I did a lot of notes. Based on your rising signs, embrace the colorful, very high achieving window. Yes. Energy is put into your desires and makes you socially proactive. You take positive steps to get out and meet people. Networking is the game for you, and this is in February. So you might have some events, maybe some Galentines, things like that, and it will be very beneficial for you to meet these people. The Mars and Venus planets are creating a path to an impulsive relationship based on sudden attraction or chemistry. You're gonna be running into someone, and again, it could maybe be that King of Sword energy, like just bada boom, bada boom, and you like want them right now. It's in the cards, baby. It's like Cupid came down and just struck you in the ass. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's sudden attraction and chemistry. What else can we want? You know, be careful with anyone who demands your attention. Meaning, like, you didn't text me. I texted you an hour ago. Where are you? How come you didn't text me? How come you didn't hit me up? You know, that kind of thing. That might be a little bit too draining for you, in the sense of you're trying to create so much stuff going on. You know, like it's just like demanding. No, red flag. This energy can be used for the arts and for physical performance, and or also good leadership or a campaigning effort where you raise awareness of an important issue. So the dynamics here is really being in the public eye, coming out, your personality, showing that, networking with whatever it is. It could be a driving force that's really giving you a lot of inspiration in life. Key point here, do not ignore subtle inner feelings. So your gut instincts and your things like, you know, your heart or whatever that, you kind of get a, like, what was that about? Don't ignore those things, okay? In February, on Valentine's Day, we do have Mercury aspecting your natal moon, and this is in the 9th house. Da, 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 da. Long journeys. That was about the whole journey thing. We want to travel, and travel it is. So you're going to expand your horizons through learning, and travel will be very appealing. So maybe there's a program or something that you could look into where you could do like schooling abroad, or you know, you're going to go on this type of trip that's going to give you like certain kind of education into something that you need, you know, or what you're doing or what you believe in, and you're just kind of like swooping them together. Like, I want to go there to learn what it's about over there. Do stay aware of hidden truths around you. Again, be aware. Listen to the subtleness in people's tones, the way they talk to you, what they're saying, what they're joking about. Oh, I'm just kidding. But then what it is, what they're saying is like legit how they feel. Don't let control issues create conflict. Kind of remember to be like water and go with the flow, and not get caught up into like the meticulousness of like, it has to be done this way. Understandable if something does have to be done a certain way because of particular reasons or whatnot, then that is, you know, understandable, but try to like be a little bit loose on the feeling of controlling things. More towards the ending of February, you'll feel more down to explore new philosophies, new points of views in other people. And again, you're really wanting to do some traveling. So maybe you're going to be traveling to do some networking in other places. Embrace the new experiences that are going to be coming your way, but remember to stay grounded. Okay. In again the ending of February, more towards the 24th, there is going to be again the driving force of intellectual pursuits will be emphasized again, and avoid misunderstandings with siblings. Avoid misunderstandings. It could be just heard wrong, said wrong, it's not what they meant kind of thing. Just be careful with that. There's going to be misunderstandings because again, siblings was very much highlighted. And also to pay attention into your daily interactions. People are very much high intense right now with emotions. Not to say that that's it's not the other person's problem, it's their problem to figure it out, but just kind of keep that in mind of misunderstandings. Okay, that's going to be a very high focus there. Wrapping up the end of the month, I do have two other things. Retrograding Mercury transit transit your natal Mercury, and at the time I saw 1313, which was on the board at that time for that. When I said that, there is this energy going on in your 3rd house, which is about communication with siblings. Again, maybe it's talking about now the misunderstandings and talking it out a little bit more, or it could be also with neighbors. Neighbors may become confusing, leading to potential conflicts. You said this, you said that, or you told me something about this. It's going to be one of those situations with the neighbors. And also think about it with neighbors, like if you're at work, your neighbors around you, neighbors that sit next to you, just pay attention to those neighbors. It's very general, but it's people next to you. La, 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 la. I just saw Simba get up, and if he has to go to the restroom right now, I'd be so pissed because I'm not in the kitchen. I have craziness going on around here. So it could be confusing, leading to potential conflicts. Short trips may also face delays. So keep in mind, if you are going to be planning to take like a weekend getaway, just realize that you're going to be running into delays with that retrograde that's going on there. So keep room for time cushion. And also, too, there is a turn in events. Communication with close friends and neighbors will flourish. Great time to bond with people and share ideas and engage in creative projects. So this is going to be like the tipping and getting into March. With March, home and family all over the place. So home and family life will be highlighted. Create a nurturing environment and strengthen your family bonds. This is a very good tone for March. Work and health. Work and health will demand attention. So March, you're going to have some checkups going on. You need to go to the doctor, look into things. Oh, this has been kind of bothering me for a while. Just fucking go. Okay. Focus on improving your daily routines and avoiding conflicts with co-workers or health issues. So improvise and do daily routines. Get up and do a daily walk. Get up and make sure you're drinking your water. Keeping those tones. Just remember to keep it going. You could have conflicts with your coworkers at this time for March. And then also to, again, go to the doctor if you're suspecting anything or just something's a little bit off. Fuck it. Better safe than sorry. Just go and figure it out and see what they say. There is the 11th of March a retrograde energy for Mercury aspecting your natal moon, which is in your ninth house. Educational pursuits or travel plans may become uncertain, so leading to emotional frustration. So there's going to be some hiccups along the way for March when you're hitting into that retrograde. Just kind of keep that in mind. And now that you know, you'll be a little bit more prepared, and it's not so much of a shock that's going to throw your emotions into a loop, right? You might feel challenged to reassess your beliefs or philosophies at this time, prompting conversations that evoke strong feelings. This is going to be the tone in the middle of March. Engage in stimulating conversations and consider sharing knowledge with your community or siblings. The 13th to the 15th of March, again, health and work matters will demand your attention. If you don't address it earlier on, it's going to keep on and reflecting back. You do have the will to change these events, but if you lag on it or procrastinate, here we go again. Here's another reminder that it's very important. They'll demand your attention. Implement these routines that promote well-being and seek balance in your daily task. Get together and get a plan going and follow the task and keep with it, okay? March 17th, Sun transit your natal sun, fourth house. Home and family matters will come into focus. Nurtures those relationships with loved ones and enhance your living space. Make your living space more comfortable for yourself, and it'll promote that inner happiness within. Or if it's too cluttered, my house is like a hoarder's house right now. So this is probably for me too. Gosh, I gotta pay attention to this. The 19th of March, balance enthusiasm with practicality. Sometimes our thoughts can get a little bit away from us and we think really big and grander, and we just have to be a little bit more practical, maybe because of cost or whatnot, or we just don't want to get carried away with expenses. The 31st of March is the end of the month, and you will have the 3rd, the 6th, and the 9th house engaging into your life. This is giving lively energy, and participate in discussions, share ideas, brainstorm. This is embracing learning opportunities that may come upon you, that you learn from other people. Expand your horizons through learning and travel, which will be appealing once again, and it's going to come highlighted very strongly. Inspire broad thinking, and Mars will aspect your natal sun at the 6th house, which is going to be, again, work and health routines will feel very demanding. Oh, what a drag. I don't want to go work out. Fuck, I don't want to go. That's that energy right there. Don't let it win you. You got to fight it, okay? But it's going to feel very overwhelming and demanding. Prioritize your productivity and stay committed to your well-being and daily responsibilities. Fight it. Be good with it, and you're going to get over that fucking hump. in 69 days. In April 5th, Mars is transiting your natal sun in the fourth house. Home and family again will require your energy. Take initiation to improve your living situation, okay, but avoid conflicts at home. That is your 411 on that information right there. 72 days in of the year, April 9th, Mercury will transit your natal Mercury in the third house. Again, you'll be inclined to engage in discussions and say and share ideas, but avoid misunderstandings with siblings or in daily interactions. It's that same type of energy circling back around from the beginning of the year. In April, there is also a Mercury transiting your natal sun, fourth house, home and family. And this will draw your attention. Try talking in a way that fosters harmony within your family, but be careful not to neglect yourself and put your personal things to the side, because they might need, like, say they need your help or whatnot, and then you're like, well, fuck, I can't go work out, I gotta go help them. Just keep in mind, you want to keep your needs up there in the forefront before others too, because you need oxygen first before you could save others, that kind of theory. The 22nd of April to the 24th, there is a Saturn aspecting your natal Mars, and what this means for you is that it's in the first house, and you'll feel more serious about your personal goals. Focus on discipline and hard work. Avoid being overcritical of yourself, my dear, at this time, because you'll have that energy. Based off your moon sign, your money is promised to you, baby. Okay, you're gonna be rich, or just rich. Either way, it's gonna be good, because you're gonna get down into the deeper parts of your relationship, and all of this to. Wait, I fucking just skipped that. Your deeper relationship with your money. I was going to say something else. I'm so sorry. It's going to be based off of that. And so you will you're going to be getting money from an outside source, basically. So there's going to be some type of giving to you, and it could be maybe from this King of Sword energy that's like, hey, I'm going to sprinkle you with some money this way, or someone they find someone that wants to like sponsor you or whatnot, so money's going to be coming. Maybe it's the lottery that's going to be coming. Oh, I do have some lottery days for you, by the way. So you'll clear the way for these obstacles. You'll be able to do that. You're going to get closer to that outside source with these movements that you're doing. Maybe you meet someone somewhere, and then all of a sudden it's like they found you like a grant to give you money for what you want to do. Saturn gives you a sense of your inner boundaries at this time, and you may want to get down into the deeper parts of your relationship, that of the people that you're talking to around you. You want to work on your meditation and your divination skills, like your meditation, your like inner thoughts, your ideas that come to you. You want to focus on that stuff, because you're going to be rewarded with new insight. You're going to be like, I knew that. I don't know why I knew that, but I knew that. Or that's what I said all the time. Like, I already said that. Like, I didn't even know, but I already said it. Like, I knew. It's going to be like this new insight that's coming about, and you're just going to be kind of tripping out. Um, Maybe that's where all the conversating comes from beforehand, like when you're spitting your game and they're like, hey, remember you talked about this one thing and it came to reality. So you're going to be like, yo, I got it. So that is going to be rewarded to you based on your rising sign. Your building work, your sign of building work has gone slowly. It's been a little tug of war. So this is April, ending of April time, but you'll make a decision and you'll get to your dream place. Also too, you're going to be thinking about home and personal space a lot during this time. There's going to be a chance of a chance event makes up your mind. So something's going to happen and it's like, psh, deal sold. Like, I was in that car and deal sold. I'm getting that car. Like, or, like that outfit just looks so fucking good on me. Deal. It's done. It's mine. That kind of thing. There was a lot of spending that was coming up for you. That energy of buying. So it's been going a little bit slow for your buildup, but that's okay. You'll get there. A chance event, like I said, and you're going to make a final commitment to your security. So maybe this is something of like, your security in a relationship and taking the next step, or, just maybe your personal space, something of that nature. Da, 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 da. There seems to be in the ending of April family drama, maybe around Easter time or something when you guys get together. And it looks like there something of the past, the drama from the past needs your attention as you step up and you take responsibility for your part of the drama, I guess. That's the energy that I'll be giving off there. Do be clear on your obstacles to bring promised money closer to you. Understand what your obstacles are and then ask the universe for a solution to them, and you will then get closer. You should understand your inner boundaries in relationships. Be very clear on your inner boundaries and don't waver, because then you will throw your like falling asleep. You'll throw your instincts, your intuition off if you ignore it. Do not ignore the practical steps needed to receive those outside funds. Do not ignore due dates, deadlines. Do not ignore it, because then you'll want to kick your own ass for fucking up. April, ambitions you have begun over this time pick up pace after a sluggish start. Okay, so it was a little bit sluggish. Now here we go. We're going to get up and go again. So it's like almost like you've been feeling busy, 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 got slow, and then now we're picking up again. So it's just it was maybe a little breather time, take a break. You'll decide which efforts to stick with that are beneficial to you and which ones need to leave behind. You know what? That didn't work for me because it just took up too much time. Liked it, but couldn't do it. Long hours at work are still expected of you at this time, often for little reward. Try to be mindful of the resentment that you'll build up, and you're weighing your priorities and try to do several different things at once. So you're trying to balance life so much, like with that two of pentacle energy, right? Again, reassessing what's beneficial, what's making you money, what's not, what's deserving of your time. What may originally have seemed like a detour or side project comes to a close. Again, maybe the things that you were doing before is like, oh, I can't do that anymore. You learn a defiant lesson from experience that comes around for a repeat. So there is a lot of repetitive behaviors or storylines, basically repetitive storylines that will be coming back into our experience again. A decision is expected of you and you shift to a new ground, or an unexpected outcome brings light at the end of the tunnel, a long, long tunnel. So this could be a drama dynamic between your family, your siblings, the siblings, girlfriend, or, things like that. So it could be something of that. And it's a long tunnel. It kind of comes to an end, maybe, or maybe draw a boundary. There is the one defining event, again, often makes the difference. So there is a choice that's taken out of your hands by authority and arrives by a turn of fate. So again, there is a defining event, often makes the difference, or a choice is taken out of your hands by authority. Pay attention to that. All right. This can come through a change of job or career where promotion raises your pressure level, or time spent starting a business starts to pay off. So this is, again, all that busy, busy, go energy. You get the benefit from the greater commitment in your personal relationship. That's very nice. Saturn in Pisces can also represent a healing and spiritual journey for yourself. So maybe there's something that, kind of closes off that used to be like kind of like a trauma response, or, something that used to hurt your feelings and it doesn't anymore. Every positive step, just so you know, every positive step that you're taking at this time is basically earning you karma points. So there is nothing that is wasted. No little small gesture of kindness is not being viewed into your karma, the points going to your karma. But do not become too occupied with perfection, because that could really hang you up. I can't hang up anybody, because we have a slower start to it because we're trying to be so perfect versus just jumping in and then kind of changing things as we go along to what we like, right? In 106 days, this is going to put us in about May the 13th. Venus transit your North Saturn in the sixth house. Work and health routines will require diligence. Focus on building a structured approach to well-being is going to come to your attention. Be very careful of stress at this time, probably because everything's so busy and crazy. The 22nd and 23rd of May, you do have a Jupiter aspecting your Mercury in your third house, of communication with siblings and neighbors will flourish. So it's a fun time with communicating. Embrace that networking once again. Do the opportunities come knocking at the door, take them, engage in learning or sharing ideas, because this will help to get you to where you need to go on your path. It pushes you along. Mars 23rd, Mars 23rd. Ha ha ha. I'm just kidding. May 23rd, Xmas. Mars aspects your natal, like your North Star in your 12th house. During this retrograde transit, focus on spiritual growth and self-care. Very important. You may face some financial challenges at this time. Use this time for healing and reflection. Maybe you get an unexpected bill. Maybe you had to go doctor, hospital, or something of that nature. Or, just you had to buy something for your health, or, whatever business. Just pay attention to that, okay? There's going to be time for reflection. Stay aware of potential hidden obstacles that could impact your travel plans, things that are going on, weather, etc., and approach charitable actions thoughtfully to avoid complications. Maybe if you're looking at a charitable action that might get you into a pickle or something, then maybe you might want to reevaluate how you're giving your energy that way. You want to pay attention to your dreams at this time and your subconscious, because there's going to be insights being given to you, and be mindful of the aggressive tendencies that may arise in sensitive situations going on in our world at this time. Embrace this period, but be mindful. In 117 days, you may face increased expenses. It's a great time, again, to reassess your financial commitments. Maybe there's some memberships that we don't need to use after all because we haven't used them in a while and we forgot about them. This period also opens doors for foreign travel. Fun, fun, fun. You want to be about that travel, right? So embrace the solitude. Maybe it's about going by yourself somewhere, or you join a group where they travel together, but you don't really know who they are. You just know you get to go. It is a time for spiritual growth as you are navigating this phase. Okay, that's very nice. In May, the ending more towards May, it's just jumping along so quickly here. You do have a Venus aspecting your natal Mars. This is in your first house, and you'll feel energized and assertive, which is really nice. Use this energy to pursue your goals, but be mindful of impulsive relationships. Impulsive relationships are the things that get us in trouble. They're fiery, hot, and steamy and fun, but it blows up fast in our faces. So if it's just for the fun part, keep that in mind, but just don't fall head over heels for those impulsiveness. Be mindful of all the red flags or things that you need to be aware of, okay? We don't want to be playing stupid, you know what I mean? We got to fucking play it smart. It's 2026. In the ending of May, Mars aspects your natal Jupiter in the 8th house. Seek balance in emotional connections and avoid being overly possessive and controlling. So we have a little bit of that little stuff we have to shake off there with possessiveness and controllingness. That was like a little bit earlier in the year. It's the planets. June 6th, we're into the middle of the year. The aspects of your Mercury with your natal Mars is in the first house. And again, energize and assertiveness is the commonality here between fucking May to June. Okay, so use this dynamic energy to express your ideas confidently. This is a great time for networking your business or what you're about or what you're doing or what you're passionate about. You will also feel in June that there is going to be a sun transiting your Saturn in the 6th house. And this is again about work and health routines. They'll require your discipline. If you're falling off track, it's going to come back around and bite you in the ass if you ignore it. Implement the structure into your daily tasks and prioritize your well-being. This is what it's about. If you ignore this shit, then later on the consequences of getting sick is like, well, we didn't take care of it in 2026 because, here we are. So your body will break down and not will make you rest to get better if you're not doing it for yourself. So about June 14th to the 15th, home and family matters again comes back to be the joy in your happy heart. Nurture those family relationships at this time. June 21st, explore deeper meanings in your relationship. So just, kind of explore if you're on the same page with the people around you. In the ending of June, Venus is aspecting your Venus. So it's a good time to reassess your values and make practical decisions regarding your money. Venus is very absolutely good for this. Maybe there's a bill that needs to get paid off and you could use her energy to pay it off sooner. In June, again, the ending part of it, your sun is aspecting your North Mars in the first house, and this energy is going to be about assertiveness. It will peak at this time. With confidence, you'll use this to pursue your personal goals and be mindful of impulsiveness again, because as much energy as it gives you to give you the drive to get your goals done, you might be like, yes, let's do that. Yes, let's do that. And you're not thinking, oh, wait, that's going to cost me this much money versus that one's going to, you'd be like, you just got to weigh out every angle of things when you're doing something and make sure it's not the impulsiveness taking force over you. And then we have regrets later into like, oh, we shouldn't have bought this or we shouldn't have done that, that kind of thing. It happens, but now we're mindful of it. We have your Mars aspecting your North Node in the 12th house in the beginning of July. And during this retrograde transit, you're going to focus on your spiritual growth and self-care once again. You may find yourself having financial challenges at this time. Again, it could be that impulsiveness, so be careful because then you'll be facing those challenges. Also be aware, maybe you should save up a little nest egg for these first 6 months of the year, because in July we're going to be coming up on these anticipated expenses, and you'll be prepared for those to cushion it and make it a softer blow for yourself. Maybe a car needs to get fixed, maybe dental work needs to get done, something of that nature, or you want to do like dental work or something like that. Where was I at? Hold on. Sorry. Stay aware of potential hidden obstacles that could impact your travel plans. Once again, with everything going on in the world, this is going to be like be hyper aware during this time of where you're going. Do things thoughtfully to avoid complications. Just don't hurry up and grab things and go. Make sure you have everything that you're supposed to have with you. Your checklist, keys, phone, money, debit card, very thorough, because you might want to be that impulsive, like grab and go. It works out a lot of the times, where we're fine. But, if you don't want to get yourself freaking your panties in a bunch, then be mindful at this time of that. So we want to avoid those complications. Pay attention to your dreams and subconscious once again, because it's going to be coming in with hot messages, and be mindful of your aggressive tendencies, because again, it's just going to be arriving in sensitive situations. There might be some family dynamics going on and you're like, this is bullshit. Maybe they're stepping over boundaries. This is bullshit, so it's just like, that kind of friction going on. Take this time for deeper understanding of yourself and the personal development that you could create with knowing this information. In the July atmosphere, we also have here, avoid conflict with coworkers. Very heavy for July. Maybe there's a deadline coming on and people are not stepping up to the plate like they're supposed to. Improve your daily routines for health issues. Okay. Again, always reassessing and what are we doing that's helping us and not helping us. The 10th of July, we got Mars on Mars energy, and this is going to be energized and assertive. Use this time to optimize yourself in any way, form, or shape. Okay. And like say you want to like lose extra weight, or say you want to have extra amount of money in your account, or you want to have a certain goal that's completed at this time, use this to optimize it and get it done. The 15th and 16th of Jupiter, you have the 15th and 16th of Jupiter. The 15th and 16th, you have Jupiter aspecting your North Node again in the 12th house, reassessing your spiritual spending. No, reassess your spending and budget, and you may be drawn to do a cause or organization for charitable events at this time. So You want to reassess your spending. What do you have on your budget? And then also be giving at the same time, like your energy for other people who need help with raising money. So that's really nice. I mean, that's very thoughtful energy. Karmic points all over that, you know. Consider the deeper meanings beyond any foreign travel. Like, why are you getting the urge to want to go to this place? You know, it's drawn to you for a reason, and you got to pay attention to that. It'll show you in your dreams, and it may reveal valuable insights to yourself, and pay attention to them. Write them down. Keep a note journal with you at all times. The 17th of July, you'll feel eager for exploration. So you're definitely going to be getting that itch to be exploring and seeing things, and you feel very, very adventurous. Don't ignore it. You know, treat yourself to something. Embrace the new ideas and the travels, and you'll balance enthusiasm with practicality. Okay, that's really great energy to use for that. Venus is transiting your natal moon in the ninth house, so you're going to be drawn to explore new philosophies. And again, travel, travel, travel. You just got to remember to stay grounded. Okay, that's really about it. Stay grounded in it and real and practical, and then you'll be able to get these things done. So it's gravy, right? All gravy. The 30th of July, we have your communication with close friends and neighbors will flourish at this time. See, it's just kind of circling back around. So great time to bond, share ideas, participate, and do creative projects. Use that energy for joy of art for sakes. You know, art for sakes. Art for Pete's sakes. I forgot the Pete. I forgot Pete. You will work and have health routines, will feel very demanding once again. So you might be like, I don't got time to go do this, but you have to prioritize that productivity, and you will then flourish the balance between your health and your money part with bringing it in together. It goes hand in hand. So stay committed to your well-being and your daily responsibilities. Don't falter. Don't fall back. In August, you'll circle back to the transformation and shared resources once again, like the beginning of the year, and it's going to arise once again. Explore the emotional depths in relationship and seek the balance in the money matters. If things are creating resentment for yourself, pay attention to them and address them. The home and family in August is all about that. Home and family life, once again, will bring to your attention. Your emotional connections will deepen once again, and be cautious of power struggles or over dependence. Okay, so over dependence is really key, especially if it's like maybe again something with your siblings and the girlfriend, and then the over dependence, you want to call it the bullshit on something like that he or she is doing. I don't know, you know, it's just something of that nature. Reassess financial goals once again in August while indulging in comforts responsibly. So you still are going to get comforts and joys and get spa time and me time and that kind of stuff, but you're just going to have to balance it very much so. And you could build up this year for that, to have those goals, to be like, I want to make sure I have this much money to do X, Y, and Z right now in the beginning parts of the year. Take advantage of this, so when August comes, we're not in another time flop where like, damn it, I missed the window of opportunity. We don't want to do that. You set your goals very high in the beginning of the year, follow through. Okay. Be cautious of power struggles and over dependence. We talked about that. We talked about reassessing your financial goals, but still getting the comforts, your comforts, you know, responsibly. Your financial opportunities and values come to the forefront of attention again, because this is really nice. You know, the stuff that we're doing is going to be really nice. So you're going to be like, I got to make sure I do more of this. Intimate discussions could lead to deeper understanding. Navigate shared resources wisely and communicate openly about emotions about this time. So it sounds like, you know, it's very relationshipy at this time. August 19th, be wary of your overthinking of your value, because your value is your value and you're wonderful and amazing, and you need to remember that. When you wrap up August, you'll get a burst of energy once again to give you the get up and go to pursue those goals. Okay, you'll get that. But again, be careful of the impulsiveness. In September, you will have expanding your horizons is going to be the theme, and you're going to embrace opportunities for our travel. So you might get invited to places, or you might find a good deal on a trip. Higher learning will call to you definitely at this time. You'll be about communication and learning and intelligent pursuits all of September, which will be highly emphasized. Avoid misunderstandings with siblings once again. And you'll also want to keep in mind that your financial pursuits may become more competitive for whatever reason. So be ready for September. There's going to be some competitiveness going on. You'll focus on earning potential and making strategic decisions regarding values. Avoid impulsive spending. Learning and communication will thrive at this time. Your home and family matters will come into focus, back right at it, and you'll nurture these relationships with loved ones and enhance your living space. So it's really nice as you kind of come back and ground yourself into that. Um, you want to make sure that the ending of September, you want to avoid the overspending. You'll want to focus on increasing your income and enjoying material comforts. So again, you want to keep the niceness of the stuff of everything that you've been living. And maybe you have to be careful of who your partner is at that time, that maybe they're overspending the money. And this could be a business partner, coworker, anything like that that's maybe crossing boundaries with you, like with your business and whatnot. So October is going to be repeating the energies all over again. Shared resources, seek balance, emotional connections, keep an eye on those goals for financial gain. It's like just a repeat of the month of earlier on, okay? November starts with communication of the siblings and neighbors, and it'll be lively action back again. We're going to be coming back into the holidays. Embrace it. The 17th to the 23rd of November, there's going to be a retrograde for Saturn for you, and this is going to be bring about feelings of restriction or delays in asserting your identity about who you are. You might encounter obstacles that force you to reconsider how you project yourself to others. So maybe a reanalysis of who we are at this time. I'm not that old person that I used to be. I'm this person now. Maybe like that. Avoid conflicts at home in November the 18th, right before the holidays, and the 25th of November, which is 302 days away. Your work and health routines can be revitalized once again. Embrace the new methods for productivity and well-being. Avoid becoming overcritical and stressed. In November. Easier said than done, right? And we also have during this time that you'll gain deeper insights into your spiritual journey and subconscious mind, while you may face increased expenses. Hello, Christmas is coming. Of course, there's expenses. While you may face increased expenses, reassess your financial commitments. This time is for open doors for Foreign Chapel. And you'll definitely want to take advantage of that energy. And you'll also, again, be back at charitable endeavors. Embrace the solitude for profound self-discovery, but stay vigilant against hidden challenges and avoid impulsive decisions. Prioritize healing and spiritual growth as you navigate this transformation phase. Overall, your strengths will be for the year is wisdom, seeking, nurturing, wisdom, seeking, and nurturing. Your weaknesses will be mood swings and impulsiveness. That's going to be the highlights there. And the guidance you seek will benefit and empower your journey. Making peace with others, you'll have that like spread throughout the year. There's some highlighted days there, like for example the 28th of January, February 19th, 21st. There's going to be starting new ventures. You have a lot of great energy all throughout the months to start get that going with those new ventures that you want to do. Do buy a lottery ticket January 30th, February 5th, 6th, or 7th, February 14th, February 21st, 22nd, and 26th. Those are your hot days, girlfriend. Maybe you want to go to casino. I want to go play at the casino. I don't know. I'm just saying, go win that money. Make that money. Be about that money. Be about that travel too. Sounds fun. I look forward to knowing how your 2026 goes as we move along. I know it's a lot of information, but just remember these are like little seeds that we're sprinkling in, so you could be like, aha, I remember this part. And we'll go back to the months and we could redirect what it was that we had to pay attention. But definitely a lot of repeating cycles of the energy. Family, home, family, home, family, home, right? So yeah, a lot of repeated cycles like that, but little different experiences along the way. So dun-dun-dun, that's 2026. Thank you so much. I'm Letha the Divine, and I greatly appreciate you and look forward to doing more readings in the upcoming months. All right, talk to you soon.